Good morning. Today's August 8th, 2011. This video is simply brought to you by tsmgroup2.biz, and what I'm going to demonstrate to you today is for everybody who's currently running around online or offline without a antivirus/spyware software package. I'm running Windows 7 here on this particular machine while recording this for you. I already had installed Microsoft Security Essentials. Available a direct link on my home site. There is a direct link to softpd.com, which you can also download Microsoft Security Essentials also on Microsoft.com. Feel free to Google those keywords, Microsoft Security Essentials. It's a free alternative for those of you who cannot afford subscription-based priced antivirus and spyware software. And Microsoft Security Essentials has also, because I've also tested this on a few different systems, running XP, Windows XP, and Windows Vista, adware, as well as other things. And compared to Norton, McAfee, Zone Alarm, and a few others, Avast, Avira, etc., with their paid subscriptions prices, in comparison, Microsoft Security Essentials has done as good a job, if not better, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Once you go to those links and download the software, it's easy to install, and you may or may not be required to reboot once you finish installation. The software is designed to do an automatic update. Currently I'm scanning the system, as you can see from your video, full scan. That's what I normally do once a month on our systems to make sure they're clean. It will auto update and scan in the background if you set your settings in this software correctly, which is a lot. Other systems, I've been on Norton quite a bit. I've seen McAfee once or twice in operation. I've also used Zone Alarm too. I've also used Avast and Avira free editions. None of them seem to scan in the background, not quite like Microsoft Security Essentials does, and update itself as well. As you can tell here, it has 4-prong menu at the top: home, update, history, and settings. And history, you can definitely find out if there's anything ever been on the system history-wise. Like I said, there's been other systems where I detected for some of my friends as well as relatives, and it's done an very accurate and clean job of removing infections that it can, as most would say, program to look for. And the antivirus and spyware software out there today is only as good as what you program it to look for. If you don't know about it, how can you scan for it? They are working, they're updating it constantly all the time, like most other antivirus software packages out there. But my personal preference is I'm going to stay with Microsoft Security Essentials. It does a great job. I actually enjoy having it on there. I feel a little bit, quite a bit safer having it on than not. And as I said, the processing power and everything behind it, even with a single core, it takes very little energy or time for it to run a scan in the background. The settings are very simple to use too as well. You'll see here my scheduled scan. I have it set up where it's set to run a full scan every Tuesday at 2 p.m. It'll check for the latest virus and spyware definitions before running a scheduled scan. It does that almost, the updating I found not just on Tuesday, but it seems to have it check for it almost every day as far as the updating goes, to keep the system running the way it should be. Start the scheduled scan only when my computer's on but not in use. Yes, that's true too. And of course it has a CPU protection percentage here, 50%. So as long as there's if it needs more than 50%, it would. You can also change that too as well if you like. 50% was the default. I never found any reason to change it, but you can save your changes anytime you want to modify them. Anyway, I've never had it slow down the system while I'm working on other things either. And that's, like I said, single to all the way up to a 5-core system. Never tested on a quad up to 6 yet. Those are the new ones, new core systems out. Select settings is normally default, I believe, for basic, but I moved mine up to advanced. simply because I'd like to help Microsoft out in identifying new threats out there to make their software better. They do not seem to collect any other information other than that information what they want you to help to improve the software. That's it. Defaulted scan archive files, and I think allow other users to view a full history of results. The other three that are not, that you may want to check like I do here: scan removal drives. It's your flash drives and any other drives you constantly use, to check them out to make sure you're not putting a bad software on your system or having exposure to any viruses or threats that may damage your system. Create a system restore point. That's also a safe little thing too, just in case you end up with something going wrong between updates. You can always restore back. Remove quarantine files after so many days. I have 4 days here. I normally make that shorter as a rule, like I just did. Instead of 4 days, now 1 day. I don't need the files in there that are bad in case something may go wrong. I don't want to take the chance. You can exclude processes, file types, and file locations. I never did. There's nothing I need to exclude. Some of you out there may be using other softwares or document types or so forth. You may want to put additional information in those areas. Real-time protection. I have turned on real-time protection recommended. That was default, I believe. Scan all downloads, obviously, every time. Monitor file and program activity on your computer. Yes. All-time monitor all files. You do have a few others as well, but I just all files. It's easier. And then hit save again to make sure so I could hit cancel. But anyhow, enable behavior monitoring, enable network inspection system. That one was recently added, I believe. That one wasn't there previously. It was a latest update from Microsoft, which thank God they did it, because I really do enjoy having more protection rather than less. And which reminds me of some other things I have to do. Anyway, most of the alerts were defaulted for recommended action. I left them the way they are. Let's see. I think that's about it. Then you're back up to scheduled scan. Where it is. Alrighty. Like I said, it's a very small package. I think it's let's see, how big is I think it's only 12 meg, but don't quote me on that. You'll know when you take the link and the download. In fact, here, let's take you there real quick on my site, just so all you have an idea. We hit the link. This is wild scanning. This is to show you how fast or slow this system is. It's not that, like I said, it didn't ever slow down my system. Hope it doesn't slow yours down either. It shouldn't, unless there's something critically wrong and the virus is aware of you putting a good antivirus on your system to find it. So I don't know. Suppose I wanted to download it. Let's see how big this file is. Let's see here. Okay, 7.69 meg. That's what I got here. That's for the latest install thing. And of course, I don't need to install it. So it's just under 8 meg, which isn't bad. XP might require something a little larger, so it might be 12 meg. So be on the alert for that. Okay, and of course, when you go to that link, it also gives you the other guys to try in case you want to use them other than Microsoft Security Essentials. I'll tell you what, as I said, I've tried their free ones and I've tried their paid ones. I will personally stick with Microsoft Security Essentials. And one of the big key points you want to know is some of those companies, not to dispute their software, because they are all good softwares, the background, they have a DLL hosting on the back end of their softwares. A lot of them do. And maybe that's to get their updates for the software definitions or whatever. But it does affect your bandwidth, which is your surfing power, your transmission power to send and receive files and data over the internet. Which means if they have their own hosting programs running, in addition to Microsoft or whatever operating system you're using for them, it's going to slow your surfing power down. Well, Microsoft Security Essentials has never done that to me. Never. And it's another reason why I like them. So, just a little key point what all of you know about. Okay. Believe that will take care of everything for you for now. And feel free to bookmark my home site and look for the video both on the site and also on YouTube. And there'll be more coming your way. hope this helps. Hope you all enjoy your day, and take care.